And now it's time for the Pride of Pothohar Awards. It's given to those who have set a great example to encourage the young members of the community to strive to be the best in their fields while keeping the heritage alive and inspiring the wider South Asian community at large. To present the awards, I'd like to invite BM Singh's granddaughter, Suraj Singh, to the stage. In no particular order, the first recipient of this year's award is Engineer Navjot Singh Swani.
My name is Nav. I'm the founder of the Washing Machine Project, and the Washing Machine Project is aimed at alleviating the burden of hand washing clothes for many people across the globe. My father was an aerospace engineer, and so when I was a young boy, he used to take me to air shows, and I used to be fascinated with these big objects flying in the sky. I would then come home, grab some tools from the cupboard secretly, and take apart appliances, not really knowing how to put them back together again, and that made my mum really angry.
Can I?
I wasn't sure if you said yes.
There is. I just asked it.
I just want to say thank you so much for this accolade. I really, really appreciate it. I studied aerospace engineering, and when I graduated, I joined one of the world's best graduate programs. I realized 3.5 years into this career that, I was just making vacuum cleaners for rich people. I decided to quit my job and make cook stoves in South India. There, my next door neighbor, a lady called Divya, inspired me through her everyday struggles, whether it was foraging for wood or hand washing her clothes or standing in line for water. I knew that Divya's life was an everyday struggle, and I wanted to help as an engineer, and I promised her a manual washing machine, and that's why we started the Washing Machine Project. 3 years later, this year, we're on track to distribute 12,500 washing machines across 27 countries across the world. So thank you so much.
Wow. Congratulations.
The next recipient is the actor Jassa Ahluwalia for his Both Not Half campaign, celebrating and promoting his dual nationality. May I ask you to come to the stage?
Being an Englishman, I defaulted to what I know best. Awkward politeness. No, thank you. Sorry, I have plenty of water. I don't need anything. Sorry, thank you. Sir, lots of people, very hot. You will need more water. I was impressed by his persistence, but still, no thank you. Best price. The crowd was starting to swell. 1 liter, 2 liter. I snapped. Oh, chhad de yaar, mera sir paadda pya. Kinni wari mein kya? Mere kol pani hai. Kise hor nu tang kar. He instantly fell silent. I instantly felt bad. But he didn't look upset. In fact, he was smiling. He shouted out to his friends nearby, "Oi, Punjab da gora aa gaya!" The Punjab's white man is here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Can I just give this to you for 1 second? Thank you. Whew. This is why I wrote it down. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਣ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਚਾਅ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਇਨਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦੀ ਹਾਂ Thank you so much. Thank you to the Pothohar Association UK for inviting me and my family here today. My both not half work was born out of a sense of alienation, a feeling of not belonging. I felt caught between two worlds. And in 2014, I visited my pind with my dad, who's here today. And I left in tears, very similar to how I am now, terrified that I would soon be losing my connection to my heritage as elders entered their twilight years. But in articulating both not half, I discovered that belonging and identity is not something passive that can be lost, but a process to be actively engaged with. It is a process that the Pothohar Association and the UK Asian Film Festival is engaged with, and I'm deeply honoured to be recognised for my small contribution today. This award is all the more special for my own Pothohari origins. My Dadi Ji Manbir Kaur. I didn't expect this to be so hard. She was born in Lalpur before she was forced to flee amidst the horrors of partition. She died in 2020, and my work strives to honour her sacrifice and struggles. I accept this award today in her memory. Thank you. Mehrbani. Sat Sri Akal.
I'm signing up for Punjabi classes. You're very, very inspiring indeed. And finally, the third award this year goes to the award-winning trailblazing journalist Manveen Rana.
I managed to persuade one editor to send me out for 2 days to Turkey. And when I arrived at Izmir, which is this big sort of port city in Turkey, I was the first journalist there, and I sort of found the entire station was just packed full of Syrians who were living on the platforms, just trying to find a way out, trying to find a smuggler who could help them get to Greece. And they had spilled out. They were all over the streets. They were living there. They were sort of sleeping on the streets. And I suddenly found myself in the middle of this huge story. So I kept calling the BBC on a daily basis and sort of saying, I'll keep filing reports on what's happening. Just let me stay out here a bit longer and let me follow one family, which was the vision I'd always had. And anyway, being a woman, you do that awkward thing where I know that for a lot of the correspondents I work with, you know, that you work really hard, and at the end of the day, you go to your hotel and sort of relax a bit. And I sort of felt like I couldn't really do that. So I just kept working, and it felt like the story was still moving, and I couldn't really say to these families, you know, you're going through such a hard time, and I've been talking to you about how difficult it is. Now I'm going to go to a comfortable hotel and come back and find you tomorrow. So in the end, I ended up doing the entire journey with them. So for a few months, I spent nights on platforms in stations in Turkey. I negotiated with smugglers, which was fun. I walked across most of Europe. So I had to walk through forests in the middle of the night in Greece. For a few days, we were living in a quarry.
Gosh, thank you so much for this. It's really kind. Jusai's a really hard act to follow. I'm such a fan of his work too. So thank you for this. I feel guilty for getting an award for doing my job, really, but it's an honour and a privilege to do it. And it's just always felt so important to be able to go to places and give people who don't have a voice and a platform. And so for me, it's a joy to do it, and it's just so nice to have it recognised too. So thank you.
Thank you to Suraj Singh, and a big congratulations again to all 3 awardees for their pioneering work and inspirational work.